People ask me a lot. They say, "What is Curry Senior Center?" And one of my answers, it's a senior center and it's a health center. It's both. You can come here and get breakfast and then play bingo and then go see your nurse in the afternoon. Curry Senior Center started essentially as a clinic with a meal program. And today, 41 years later, both of those two pieces are the cornerstones of the organization. What does client-centered care mean? Client-centered is where is the client? Meaning we just don't need you to come in here and come into the waiting room and come to the room to get service. We'll see you anywhere that you are.
And I always see it as a holistic perspective. We have the medical side, which we have doctors and nurse practitioners and behavioral health specialists, and a lot of senior centers don't have that.
I mean, the thing that I really loved when I first came here was that, having been used to going through the HMO 20-minute doctor's visit where you could only discuss one ailment, I could come in here, sit down for 40 minutes, discuss anything and everything, and just get like this whole one holistic approach.
At Curry, we do home visits for patients who, for one reason or another, can't come into the clinic to be seen. Sometimes it's related to older patients who have a significant mobility problems. Other times it may be related to psychiatric disorders where people just aren't able to leave their home, or they just feel uncomfortable coming into the clinic. And so having the home visits as an option, again, adds the possibility of care for patients who otherwise wouldn't be able to get primary care.
My name is Diane Evans. I'm 66 years old, and I came to San Francisco with my family after Katrina. One of the things I said when we were on the roof in New Orleans was that you have a BK and an AK. BK is your life before Katrina, and whatever happens, wherever you go, that's your AK. There's no more life that you used to have. Everything is going to be different and new. So make the best of it. My daughter left, went to Houston, and my grandson and I stayed with people. Couch surf, they call it. And then things got kind of bad. So we went to Compass Shelter, and we stayed there until my daughter moved to Chicago. And when my grandson finished middle school, intermediate school, and he went to live with his mother, and I had to leave Compass. And because they are geared for families with children. And my caseworker looked on the internet and said the best place for you to go is Curry.
My name is Pam Coates. I'm 62. I was born in London, but I've been out here for 25 years. What happened was that I got into a relationship and I got married. And that's how I come to be here, because this marriage was abusive. I'm a survivor of domestic violence. By the time I realized what I was into, I was so deep into it that I'd lost all sense of myself. I ended up pretty much just being at home most of the time, because every time I went out, there was a full-page investigation, and when I came back as to what was going on and so on and all this, and it just went on and on. And it gets, when you're in that situation, you get to a stage where each morning you kind of just put your eye up over the horizon to see if it's safe, and you survive. Well, that's how I got in. I mean, when I look back on it now, I don't know why, as I ask myself. But anyway, what happened was I ended up on the streets.
My caseworker looked on the internet and said the best place for you to go is Curry. And I had been going to the clinic at Glide, and they knew my situation, and someone there said, go to Curry. And then I came for an in-person interview, and he took a long list of things that I needed, and things that, services I needed. I had about 5 teeth, and after a few months he called and said there was a vacancy here at Curry.
I appreciate Curry Center helping me out. Most important thing, and I hope that they keep on going Curry Center the rest of my life, I hope.
my older people, my family, and we can see any group here like the Laos, Philippines, Russian, and sometimes we enjoy the culture here.
Curry provides a good thing though. Curry provides medical, they provide social activities.
The uniqueness about this place, it is a variety of different people from different worlds. This is what is called the United Nations at Curry Senior Center.
Curry just started their computer classes. They opened a computer center, and when they started, I started. And my exposure to computers was to go to the library and ask them how to get on Google. But they're awesome because they have volunteers who come in and take you from where you are to, and say, what do you want to learn today? Anything you want to learn. And it's not one fits all. They go to each person and say, what do you want to do today? I want to learn computers because the whole world's on computers. And the whole world's speaking a language I don't know anything about. And I want to get in that. I want to get in that discussion. I want to be part of that world.
One of the challenges of our seniors with very, very low income is they don't have a lot. And so we try to fill in those cracks, those blanks, so that people can have a comfortable life in the golden years, if you want to call it that way.
Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
That's a challenge on our agency, and we don't have the private funds. And those extra dollars, $25, $50, $100, make a difference.